guys, welcome back. This is Ann Garcon.
This is Irvin's Garcon, and we are
Love Talks with the Garcons. Yeah.
And thank you guys for pulling up on another video. We appreciate you guys for always pulling up and supporting our content and also our live streams. Keep doing it. We love y'all. We thank you.
Yes. Before we go any further, you know what to do, y'all. You need to like, you need to comment, you need to subscribe. I mean, let's go. Click the notification bell and share with at least 5 people.
Let's go.
Let's do it. So what's today's video about?
Man, today we're just gonna react to a video, a commentary, a stance that is taken by Tim Ross. If you do not know Tim Ross is a well-known pastor, preacher, motivational speaker, counselor.
All of the above. And he has this new podcast called The Basement, where he has everybody and anybody come on there and they just talk about anything and everything.
You can tell us on there, Tim.
Let's holla back.
You already know what it is.
Yeah. So he talked about relationships, and of course it's gonna be about relationships because we talk all things love and relationships. And we wanted to react to it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had a very interesting take. I don't know. Let's take a look and then we'll talk about it. We'll come back. All right.
People, I'm about to break some people up right now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You still dating that joke after 5 years? Leave. If neither one of y'all know after 5 years, you'll never know. If you don't know me by you will never know. I've been dating him for 5 years, and y'all still ain't getting married. Y'all ain't getting married. And if you did get to 5 years, y'all done already had sex. So what else we doing? What else we doing? And if you've been together 5 years and you're having sex, why get married now at this point anyway? That's what one of y'all is thinking.
Oof.
Just let that breathe real quick. I know I'm about to piss off some people.
All right. So let me read the caption real quick before we even go there. Tim Ross shares profound insights on marriage from a Christian perspective. Keep that in mind. Thought-provoking and honest, he challenges us to reflect. If you are in a long-term relationship, sharing intimacy but not married, what does that truly mean? What does that truly mean? Okay. Let me stop sharing. Now, for me, let me just say this first. For me, I just feel like it's not always fair necessarily to put arbitrary numbers to people's situations, to people's situationship in this particular case.
Yeah.
We are putting a 5-year timeline to know if you ought to be married with this person. 5 years you should know. Or 5 years, why aren't you married? Or 5 years you're having sex, but you're not married. Then it's never going to happen. I think that's an issue in itself when we put arbitrary numbers on people.
I mean, I kind of agree with what he said. If it's been 5 years and you still don't know if this is the person,
okay,
yeah, it's time to cut it. Like, because by this time, you should know. However, if it's 5 years and you know this is your person, but circumstances are hindering you from making that next step, like right now, I don't think it's time to call it quits, right? I just feel like no, everyone has their own situation. We can't dictate, or we can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't put our beliefs on what, or our timeline on when somebody is ready. They may have started dating when they were like younger, right? And they're still not of age where they could be financially able to make that move.
That's one way to look at it.
Right? I don't think it's time to call it quits. But if after 5 years and you still don't know that you want to be with me, nah, bro.
So what you're basically saying, Boo, it's the 5-year window we're talking about. It's not necessarily have to do if I'm sure if I want to marry you. That's one context. But the other context is it's not if it has nothing to do with being sure that I want to marry you. It's whether or not I am ready, financially ready, emotionally ready for whatever that ready might be. That could be the contributing factor to it.
Yeah,
contributing factor.
Pretty much.
Right.
And at the same time, what he said about after 5 years, you already done had sex, right? In some relationships, yes, but there are people who are actually living this pure, holy celibacy type of lifestyle. People are actually doing it, so it is possible. But is it wise to be with someone that long, especially when you know that you're saved and that, like, bro, we got flesh, right? And we want to do things. Like, I think the timeline is a stretch when two people are committed not only to each other but committed to Jesus. I do believe that 5 years is a bit much.
But I like the fact that you mentioned the timeline, though, because we're not old school, but we're familiar with the old school way of church and sex and things of that nature, right? Where that's not Bible. I don't think it's Bible. I don't think it's a verse, but there's this adage of it's best to get married than burn. And it's connected to sexual or fornication. So for you to not burn or go to hell or be punished by God, it's good for you to just get married. So are we still going with the narrative to avoid fornication and get married whether you're ready or not?
If you're not
ready or not, here I come.
Nah, bro.
Get it?
I get it. Oh. If you're not ready, don't do it. Ask Jesus for forgiveness. I'm sorry I said it. I'm sorry. Don't do it. Let's be real, guys. Marrying wrong is the worst thing that you could do. You can date wrong, but don't you marry wrong. So if you're not ready for it, or if you're not unable to do it, let it burn.
Let it burn.
What's let it burn? What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I get what you're saying.
No, like,
what you're saying.
Like,
no, man, because listen, marriage should not be entered lightly. I don't think it matters how long you've been together.
And you don't just enter marriage for sex, because marriage is not all about sex. I'm sorry. It really isn't.
And I think that's why
I hate to burst your bubble if that's what you thought.
Yeah. And that's why I kind of like, we should have watched more, the full interview, whatever case may be. But there's that sound bite, arbitrary. Again, I don't believe in arbitrary, because every single person's situation is different and that need to be honored. Maybe they get married by year 6, right? By year 7.
Okay, but how long is too long, though?
That's a good question. How long is too long for either scenario, right? Yeah. How long is too long for you to know that you want to be with this person? I think this one is fairly quick. It's fairly quick. Don't be like Risa Tisa. Okay. Watch our last video. But also, how long is too long for you to know I am ready to be married? There shouldn't be an arbitrary thing that is put on the person. But should there be an arbitrary thing put on the person? How long is too long?
Bro, if we've been together for 10 years, that's too long. If we've been together for 9 years, that's too long. If we've been together for 8 years.
I think from 5, 9 and 8. That's like so zigzaggy.
I said 10, 9, 8, bro. I'm going down. I'm going backwards.
Oh, my bad. I missed that.
If we begin to get together for 7 years, okay. 7 is a number of perfection. By this time, you should know if I'm perfect for you or not.
That's cute.
anything.
You want to keep going with the numbers?
No, because I said seven.
Seven
Seven is it. 7 is it.
So
It's
5 year 5. You give me grace.
listen. I just listen. After 7 years, honestly, there's no hope. I'm sorry. There isn't. Like,
Can you be okay? Let me ask you this: can you be in a long-term relationship, like a long-term relationship, like the years you just mentioned, and you're happy, but the only thing missing is that question and the wed and marriage?
I
Would
mean,
you
not
still give it up?
everyone.
But would you still give it up?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's no
I mean, I don't think
everything else is good in a relationship, but you're just not married.
why am I not married? That's the problem.
Mm.
That's the question. Like, why is he not putting the ring on my finger? Like, why are you not putting the ring on my finger? Right?
Mm.
If there's like, because some people really don't want to be married. They're okay with being in a relationship without the title, whatever. But that's just not me. And if I know that this is something that I desire and it's not being given to me, then you're not the person for me. Point blank, period.
So you'll give up on the relationship even though it's everything you wanted, minus the fact that there's no movement towards a marriage.
Yes, sir.
From a Christian perspective, or if you were not a Christian.
Both.
Okay.
Because if this is something that I didn't want, okay. But if this is something that I want and I've expressed it to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you still are not making any hints towards that, like it's we're not meant to be. And I would never find myself in a relationship that long knowing that it's not coming.
Yeah. I think the one thing I probably want to ask those who are in those situations, you're in a very long-term relationship. Why not get married? What is the issue in getting married?
There are a couple of people out there.
And I really want to understand their reasoning. Some people try to say, well, a piece of paper doesn't justify what we got.
I hate that. I hate that excuse.
And
I think that's a cop out.
So I really would love to know if that's you, or if you know of anybody's story. Comment below. Let us know, why are people who are in a long-term relationship that are happy,
Mm-hmm.
don't want to take the next step of being married. And by long-term, we're talking about you 6-7 years. You have your career together. You have emotionally you're okay, but there's still this apprehension or hesitation from getting married.
Some people honestly feel like once they get married, it'll mess things up. Like, we got a good thing going. Why put this in the mix and mess up what we got? I've actually heard someone say that. And others may have a fear of marriage, trauma. They haven't seen positive marriages growing up, and they're like, okay, marriage is for the birds. Like, they're not.
Again, I still would like to understand, why do you think just signing on a piece of paper and going before a judge or a pastor to say I do would automatically mess up what you feel you've had healthily, just minus that level of commitment?
Yeah, we're very interested. So if you are that person, let us know.
Or message us privately. You don't have to necessarily, if you don't want to put your business out there.
And listen, if you don't mind putting your business out there, we do lives. You can go on our live one day and we talk about it. Like, right. I think it's an interesting topic.
I have a friend of mine who shall remain nameless. He said, or she said, the amount of spouses he or she has smashed cause him not to want to get married. Because if I'm engaged in sexual things, adultery with married people, they are married, and you're just giving it up to me.
Yeah, this is not what I want.
Why am I going to get married?
So bad,
That's crazy. So, yeah, just wanted to give you guys a quick reaction to Tim's video. Again, I'm not a big proponent of arbitrary number because I feel like every situation is different, but it does beg the question on how long is so long?
Yeah.
Why wait?
What do you think? Comment down below.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you tuning in. And we will see you guys in the next one.
All right. Deuces.
Deuces.